My name is Nancy Kaunda. I teach for Kenya Alumna. When I see these children, I see children with big dreams, future doctors, teachers, engineers, and leaders. Yet for many learners across Kenya, the opportunities available to them are not determined by their potential, but by the circumstances they are born into. While Kenya has made a significant progress in expanding access to education, learning outcomes remain deeply unequal and many children continue to learn without adequate resources to support their growth. During my fellowship with Teach for Kenya, I have seen this as a first-hand experience. I learned that educational equity is not about simply getting children into school, but it's about ensuring every child has access to opportunities, resources, and support they need to thrive in their education. That belief did not end when my fellowship ended. It became my responsibility every day. I had a vision to make these learners have the culture of reading, because you find that in our setup we didn't have that space where learners could read, and they didn't have enough storybooks. Actually, we didn't have any storybooks in our school. So this really got me thinking, how do I start? Where do I start from? Who do I approach? But still, I had this vision of just having these books to the learners and the storybooks and a space where they can read and have that culture of reading on their own.
Which county is this?
Kisumu County.
And what school is this?
My name is Wangari Grace. I am a performing artist, especially interested in storytelling and oral storytelling for that matter. So I'm a performance storyteller. I'm also a writer and an author of 21 children's books. People call me Wangari the storyteller because I love stories. And I'm also a huge advocate of reading, especially reading for pleasure among children and young people. Last year, when I conceived the idea of this tour, I posted on my Facebook page and said, I want to do a tour in 20 counties between January and December of 2026. And one of the first people who sent me a message was Nancy. That's when she told me she was a fellow with Teach for Kenya. And now, last month when I planned for this trip, I called her and she says, hey, Wangari, by the way, I'm not a fellow anymore. I finished my fellowship last year. And here I was thinking, okay, so we need to think of a different school. And she was like, Usi tense. I still have a very good relationship with Kondele Primary. For me, the first thing is providing access, because then the child can say, I actually prefer these kinds of stories, these kinds of books, and I don't think that there is a child who does not love reading. It's only a child who has not found a book or a story that they love. That's why I always encourage, provide the children with as much access as possible, diverse books, diverse topics, diverse themes, diverse languages, because I know when that child finds a book that they enjoy, they will definitely become a reader. It's been an amazing day. We've ended up doing 2 sessions with more than 1,000 learners. And what I was also really happy about is that we were able to donate also 75 children's books that are going to remain here and hopefully kickstart the journey of the learners enjoying reading and reading for pleasure.
These books to impact them, make a change in their life, and build a culture of reading as they move through in their education.
These books are going to help many children, more so my brother. I can pick some for him so that he may know how to read and understand English more better.
In reading these books, it will help everyone in developing their language skills.
I foresee learners who can express themselves, who can speak, who can have confidence in what they do. Thank you, Teach for Kenya. It has been an amazing 2 years experience. If I'm to be given another chance, I'll continue being a Teach for Kenya fellow and do the amazing work of impacting the learners and making everyone feel seen, loved, appreciated, and make everyone happy.
Teach for Kenya, you're doing a great job. I love the idea that teaching and educating should not just be left to teachers, because let's face it, in most of our schools, they are under-resourced, they are understaffed. Today here we're hearing about classes having 60 and 70 children. So I love the idea of Teach for Kenya to bring professionals from different backgrounds to actually also come in and see the situation in the different schools and to also engage and have projects within the schools.